Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. All right, this is the math department at Paradise Valley Community College. I'm going to be teaching here this semester. Already, I've had a few good conversations with several of my colleagues, as well as some of the students here. And I noticed that this is a bond that I wouldn't have made last year when I was heartbroken. So you guys who have been following me know that this summer I really hit it big with a girl that I met in Taiwan. Now, her family's from Vietnam, and she may be moving back to Vietnam, but that's fine. Vietnam is a place that I'd be open to visiting. It's considerably less expensive than even Taiwan, so I could really live like a king if I were to vacation there. Definitely stay in much better accommodations than I had when I was in Taiwan, and so it's not the end of the world. But one thing I noticed is that now that I'm not looking anymore, a lot of things have opened up that wouldn't have in the past. So, for example, 2 nights ago, I went to check out a potential roommate that I thought about moving in with, but I noticed some red flags. And so I quickly walked out of that. Thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck in finding a roommate. And the reason I noticed those red flags was because I wasn't looking at my potential future roommate as somebody that I might date or that maybe he has some friends that I might date. No, I didn't think about any of that. And that allowed me to use my brain instead of my gut, if or my hormones, if you will. And that's a big weakness of mine that I need to get over because when I react with my hormones, a lot of bad decisions get made that way, especially if I do it here in the workplace. So I had a couple students. Uh, One of the students had brought his girlfriend here, and in the past, I would have gotten jealous and closed off. Instead, I actually got to bond with both of them and got to sell what I'm doing. Right, they're in different departments, and that's good. Got some good bonding with my colleagues here too. I didn't get too jealous when they mentioned spouses or children or events or anything to that effect, and that's good. I also have another close female friend. We'll call her Eve Curry because she's half Polish and loves literature. I met her back in February. The problem is that when I first met her, I was a little bit upset because I really like her. She has some pets though, a snake and 3 dogs, and I had a little conflict with that because you guys know my lifestyle, right? It doesn't really go well with pets. And I don't know if she noticed that I really didn't like her pets, but now that I have this love of my life and Eve Curry is just a friend, I actually bond better with her pets now. So you can see how this needing to look for somebody really affected not only my work chemistry, potentially how I look for roommates, right? I can actually use my head now instead of my gut reaction, how I interact with other friends, how I build rapport with other people, and how I set boundaries, right? In the past, a lot of my colleagues and even my students walked all over me, right? I talked about how a lot of times my students would reschedule their final multiple times. They would get COVID-19 almost every day. Oh, I got another strain of COVID-19. Oh, I got my sixth grandmother just passed away, right? In 5 weeks, right? And I used to allow that to happen because I was lonely. I don't have to do that anymore. Hey, you know what? I gotta go on vacation. I gotta go see my girlfriend. If you don't take your final on Friday, I don't know what I'm gonna do for you, right? And let's face it, these students they don't want to tell their family that they missed the final. They'll find a way, right? They'll come here with COVID. They'll come here mourning their grandmother while they're here, right? If they need to do that, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum, bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.